Welcome to 5 lies that every digital nomad says about Mexico online. I'm sure there's like 50, but these are the top 5 that I see all the time. Do I need a visa to work in Mexico? How amazing is it? Do you just sit on the beach and drink margaritas all day? Will I make amazing friends there? Like, what kind of support system am I going to have? How much will I make when I work there? How much does it cost to live? I can live off of like $300 a month, right? I'm here to set the record straight. I've been a digital nomad in Mexico for over 7 years. I've been in Mexico over 11 years, and I have no reason to sell you anything. I'm not selling Become a Digital Nomad course. I'm not selling Relocate to Mexico. So I'm not going to bullshit you on the truth. So let's start with the first one. You need a visa to come to Mexico. Yeah, you really don't. Nope. Don't. I've been through every visa situation in Mexico. I've been with a tourist visa. I've been illegal for years. I've had a temporary through work. I've had a temporary through my job, like self-employed, or through my bank account. And now I have permanent residency. I've been through every situation possible. Nothing has ever changed. I hate to break it to you, but nobody cares when you go to rent a place if you have a visa. I've opened bank accounts without a visa. I have gotten jobs without a visa. I actually had an employer sponsor me for a visa. And when I got the visa, nothing changed at work. They still paid me in cash. They still did everything the same way they did before. Nothing changed except I was out 4,500 pesos that year. You don't need a visa to work in Mexico. In fact, Mexico gives a 180-day tourist visa to most foreigners that come over on the plane or by bus. And they do not tax income. If you're working online and you're making income from other countries, they don't care. The laws have not caught up to that. They're not taxing it. I know that there is a 2021 non-lucrative digital nomad visa that's new, but you really don't need it. I have many, many friends that just overstay the visa, leave, and come back. I know there are rumors that, oh my gosh, they're going to get you, the maker's coming. No. Until it happens to someone I know and it's not rumor on the internet, I'm not spreading it. Because every person I know that's overstayed and has left in the past year has not had a problem, especially in the past year. You don't need a visa. Of course, if you're going to stay here for your life, I mean, I'm here for life, it's probably a good idea because you want to buy property, you want to open, business bank accounts, you want to open a business. Yeah, there are advantages, but if you're coming for 6 months, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Mexico's happy to have you spend their money here. Yeah, no problem. Next point. I have notes just so you can see me looking down. Oh, that life is incredible. Mexico life is amazing. We just sit on the beach. We just drink margaritas. Let me tell you, there are parts of the country where day drinking is a sport. I wasn't going to say it, but I'll just say it. Progreso. In Progreso, day drinking is a sport. They start at about 10 a.m. and they do it all day long. And that's fine because when you're retired, you have nothing else to do. That's fine. But that's not everybody. There are people who are retired who volunteer, who give back, who still work part-time. It's not everybody. Life is not a day on the beach for most people. There's something called an expat cycle. And this actually happens. It really happens to all of us. The expat cycle is where you arrive in a new place and everything is just wonderful. Everything is like, oh my God, but you know what? The sun is brighter. The clouds are bluer. The food is tastier. You look at everything like a little kid. You're like, oh my God, it's amazing. But then after a while, you start to see the downside. You start to be frustrated. In my case, oh my God, why do I have to wait so long in line at the bank? Why don't they have online bill pay? Why is this not as convenient as my home country? It's not because I love Mexico less. It's because it's realistic. When people started telling me about like Wi-Fi hotspots and 4G, I was like, really? Really? I want that. It's natural. Now, the amount of time it takes you to get from like, child, like bright blue eyes to, I hate this country is going to depend actually on how well you've integrated, if you have a support system, if you have friends. So it could be anywhere from, I don't know, 6 weeks to 6 years. It depends. Personally, I'm a big fan of integrating into the community. I'm going to tell you why. I used to live in Progreso. Progreso kids coming up. And there was a certain expat. She was an elderly expat, 65. And she invited me to a Christmas dinner, which was very nice of her. And I just really was like, thank you. But I already had plans with my best friend to go on a road trip along the Yucatan and Riviera Maya. And she was so hurt by that because she was telling me, you know what? We don't have any friends here. We can't sell our house. Our house is too expensive. I don't know how to speak Spanish. And I would say, let's go. We can go to the local restaurant. We can learn to speak Spanish. But she wasn't up for it. It wasn't her thing. And when I turned her down for that Christmas dinner, she really turned her back on me. I mean, she went crazy. Like a middle school student actually saying things about me, which was interesting. But she would confide to me that we're drinking too much. Like, there's nothing else to do. All we do is drink. It's just me and my husband staring at each other, staring at the wall. And I understand that because she didn't have anyone else to reach out to. We were in a mutual expat group, and she was actually rejected for something that she said which was taken way out of. She didn't mean it in that way at all, but everybody kind of turned on her, and she was really at her lowest point. But still, I didn't have the availability to be her friend on Christmas Eve like she wanted to. And she didn't have anyone else. And that's very sad, but I didn't do that. Number 3. That you live like a king or a queen. Because I'm big on living like a queen. You can live like a king if you have the money for it. If your pension is $1,200 a month, you're not going to live very much like a king. Your rent might be less, but if you want the modern amenities of Mexico, if you want to be on the beach, if you want to have like an ocean view and a pool, if you want to have domestic help in terms of somebody cleaning and cooking for you, not only are you not living like a king, because that's very expensive. Yes, domestic help might be just $400 a month, but you have to take into the fact that you're letting people into your home that you don't know, that think you're a rich expat, because you're acting like a rich expat. I've never seen this go well. Let me just go there. Not even with myself, I've never seen this go well. Because when you let strangers into your home, things happen. So when I used to live in Progreso, I had a store, and there were so many customers that came in. They were so nice. They were so sweet. And they would say, we have a house on the beach, and we were robbed last night or yesterday during the day. There's a whole robbery season that nobody talks about at the beaches there, because people can act like they're on the beach and they're working, but they're actually scoping out your house. And they know that all of the contracts go right up to 6 months until Semana Santa. And they're it. They know that people are not going to stay here to fight a crime, a robbery for a TV or a computer or anything material. They're not going to stay. They know that it's not getting solved. So they would come, they would rob sometimes with knife point during the day. There's a whole 2-week period that this happens, and nobody says anything about it. But even on a lesser scale, when you let people into your home, there's always weird things that happen. I've never known anyone who had a muchacha where there wasn't something missing, including myself. You're taking a risk. You're taking a risk even when you hire like family members. Even in that case, it's worse. I'll tell you from my own experience. Number 4. So that you earn more because you're a foreigner. I guess sort of. I mean, I'm taking this from my experience teaching English. And yes, the foreigners earn more, but is $50 more a month? Is that really more? When we're used to, I'm going to say it, we're used to a different like lifestyle. We're used to air conditioning. We're used to different things. There's nothing wrong with not having it. I lived for years without air conditioning. I loathe air conditioning, even though I'm sitting in it right now. I used to work as a teacher when I was single. This is the key point. When I was single, and I made 9,000 pesos a month. Now, this is when the peso and dollar, it was 10 to 1. So I was making $900 a month. That made a big difference. I also worked for an extra 400 pesos a month, so $200 a month, giving private classes. So at the end of the day, I was making 1,300 pesos a month. That was about $1,300 as a single person. That was great. I had no problem. I had my studio for 2,000 pesos a month. It came with internet, water, electricity. I had no problems living off of that. Now, living off of that like a family, like a mother with 2 kids and a husband, would be tough. Extremely tough. If you're looking at moving here and you're looking at working in English teaching, because a lot of people are, realistically, the average that you're going to make is about $400 a month. That's not enough to live off of, in my opinion, as a family, to live comfortably. We spend more on Uber Eats. The best case scenario, working for the American school in the city that you're in, you might make $800 a month. Again, great for single people. Amazing. Not so great for traveling either, because then you're stuck with living there and working at the American school. If you're looking for a job that is, a lot of people say, I'm coming for nursing. I'm a nurse. How much will I make? You're not going to make anything because you're not Mexican. So you're not going to get a job. There are no jobs here in Mexico for people who are not Mexican unless there's a need, unless you have like some incredible need to fill. Also, a lot of the jobs that go to foreigners, they're under the table. I did it myself. You're not getting health insurance. You're not getting benefits. You're not getting sick, vacation time, aguinaldo. You're not getting anything. They don't keep you on record. Even when I got my my temporary residency, I was not on record at the school that I worked at. Nothing changed for me. And that's very sad, but that's realistic. Number 5, my favorite one. That you will make expat friends. Oh my God. Expat friends are fun. I have one expat friend. He's a complete asshole. Hi, Brian. How are you? But he knows he's an asshole. I know I'm an asshole. We're selfish because we're expats. We didn't move to a foreign country to listen to other people tell us what to do. I would have stayed in the US if I wanted that. So off the bat, we are rebellious. We're just not like, we're against the status quo. If somebody is your expat friend, looking over there at the single moms, check what they do for a living. Do they have a job that will benefit from you being their friend? Realtors, relocation services, any of that, I would just go the other way. But if you don't have any other friends and you don't have a backup system, that might be your best option. That's happened to a lot of people. If you are here by assignment, if you have followed a spouse, if you are here because an employer transferred you here, you're probably normal. And I want to meet you. I would love to meet normal people. If you're here by choice, if you moved to Mexico by choice, you're probably fucked up. I have yet to meet someone who moved here who's not fucked up, including myself. We just are not normal. Nobody gets up and leaves their family and their friends and their lifestyle for a normal reason. So don't expect that these people are going to be your friends and they're going to be normal to you. I know that's mean. I know that's harsh. But that's the truth. Those are my top 5 lies that digital nomads and expats say about living and moving to Mexico. And I hope that this was helpful. I'm sure it pissed off some people, but I hope that this was helpful. Leave your comments below. Follow my channel if you want to know more. And I look forward to meeting some of you normal people. I would love to meet normal people because we aren't, but we're in it together.